What's going on, people? This is Kevin Hart, a.k.a. K Hart, a.k.a. Little Swag. And guess what? I got a movie coming out April 20th called Think Like a Man, which is very good. I feel like it's universal, and I feel like it's something that everybody needs to see. Being that's the case, I want you to support it. Friday, April 20th. Be a part of history. Think Like a Man.
You know, the interesting thing, this movie is about helping women understand where men are coming from to an extent. I think most people would probably agree that women tend to be more complicated than guys. If anything, you'd kind of expect there to be a guideline for men to understand women.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, I think women are much more complicated than men are.
What would you want to know from those guides?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the complications of women. Okay, like we can tackle it two ways. You can either want to figure it out, or you can just understand that you're never going to figure it out. That's where I am. I mean, you saying that you're married, I don't know, what makes your household go better. But I do know that in my current relationship, I don't try. When there's attitudes and there's depression or mood swings, I used to be the guy, well, what's wrong? Well, how can we fix it? Well, what can I do? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing that you can do to make it better. It's a woman in their own realm. It's what they do. It's what they go through. So sometimes you got to just learn to take a step back and say, hey, do what you do. I don't want to battle. I don't want to. That's where I come from with it. And I've tried to be the other guy. I'm currently divorced, so me being the other guy was a completely different ballgame for me.
Sure.
I was the guy that constantly wanted to challenge and, well, what you got attitude for? Well, you're stupid. Well, you just mad because you don't even know why you're mad. I was that guy. I'm not going to do it anymore. I've learned from my lesson.
Aside from those situations of conflict, is there anything else about women you think guys will just never understand?
Aside from conflicts, man, it's hard to understand a woman's false sense of reality at times. And the reason why I say a false sense of reality, women want a lot. Their needs are really needs. And, as men, we don't need that much. It doesn't take much to make us happy. A sandwich and a TV and a couch, it's kind of heaven. We don't really want much. But a woman requires so much time. And not only time, we want to talk. Not only want to talk, we want to know what you think about what we talked about. There's so much. And it's hard for women to understand why men don't want the same thing or can't do the same thing to the level that they want you to do it as.
Is that what you think women most frequently misunderstand about men?
Of course, because they take it as we don't care. That gets misconstrued for you don't care, you don't love me. It's the button that's pushed automatically. It's not true. I just don't want to talk right now. I don't want to talk, and that is where problems I think escalate and where things stem to get blown out of proportion.
Sure.
When it's taken from small things like that, And like I said, that's a different sense of reality. Reality is men aren't as emotional and open as women are. It's just the nature of a man. So you do have a certain amount of men that can be that way at times, but as men in general, we're really not that person. And it's very difficult for me to understand it.
True or false? Men are dogs.
I'm going to go with true. I'm going to go with true. The reason why is because, a dog wants to see everything, wants to do everything, wants to have his nose and whatever he can have his nose in until he learns not to put his nose there by getting popped or by getting beat or learning a lesson from sticking his nose somewhere where it shouldn't be.
How often do you get smacked in the face with the newspaper these days?
I've been smacked quite a few times. This day and age, I've learned from my past smackings, so I'm not smacked as much. But I definitely, at one point in my life, had my nose everywhere. I wanted to see. I wanted to know. I was curious, and that's what dogs are. It's not that they're bad. They're curious. They want to know what this is and what happens if they go over there or get on that or go see what that is. That's what men do. We're curious.
You're in the Jennifer Hudson video for the song from the movie. How do you think you stack up against Neo, and how would you set yourself apart competing against him for a woman?
Well, first of all, I'm much more attractive than Neo. I tell him that all the time. Second of all, I'm a better dancer. Sometimes Neo only has 3 moves, and you can literally Google this and you'll see the same 3 moves. I tell him that all the time too. So basically, I'm probably more of a catch to a female, and that's why they wanted me in the video for sex appeal, to bring more women to the project.
Why are you keeping your kind of sexuality and your musical abilities and dancing so privately to yourself then?
Well, you know, I mean, you have to make choices, you know. And at the end of the day, there's two roads to go down. There's a comedic road for me, and there's a road of modeling and you know, and sex symbol type work. For me, I want people to know me. I don't want to be looked at for just my body and my face, you know. There's so much more to me, so that's why I chose the road of acting. But here's the thing, if that ever goes, you know, south and I can't do it, I always have modeling to fall back on.
You know, in the movie Cedric, he has a moment where he rubs his feet and smells his hands and does these kind of goofy personal things. What's something about you that you feel like for someone to be with you, you're just going to have to take it for what it is and not try to change it?
Probably me rubbing my feet and smelling my hands.
that was taken from your real life?
From my personal life. That's me. That's me when I come home and take my socks off. I don't want to do it. I don't mean to do it. It's a habit that I can't break. As soon as the sock goes off, middle finger goes in between one toe, and there's a slight sneaky, and I just put my hand in my pocket and wait for that smell to get off of my finger.
Did you even know they were shooting when they shot that, or you were just kind of messing
Honestly, I think I was really reading the paper, and they said action, and I didn't hear them. And that's why there's a delay. If you watch that scene, there's a delay. That was me being myself right there.
That's awesome. Well, thanks very much for your time, Kevin. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.